What's up, everybody? Well, today I'm here to bring you a very rare rainbow that is quite rare in the rainbow community, or Rexair, I should say. Here I present to you a rainbow D3a. This is actually the earlier model of the D3. A lot of people probably know the D3c by now, which was the later version. But there was an early model called the D3a, which the only main difference that one has compared to the D3c is that one has the 3-pin connector up at the front instead of a traditional 2-pin like later models. That's because the power brush that was on that was the old style D2 power brush, or at least one that was also used on the D2. There were other variants of the D3a by the time that they developed their own power brush that carried on to the D3cs and even into the early to mid D4s. The story of how I got this, I actually bought this thing piece by piece off eBay. Well, the motor unit at least. I got the motor unit and water basin for only 40 bucks. The wheel caddy for 20. All of them plus shipping because I got them on eBay. The power brush actually came with my Rainbow D2, which I will link the video to that in the video description, which I later decided that this power brush definitely looks more at home on this D3a than it does the D2. As many people know, I actually have the bronze Rainbow D2, which this one would have looked good if I had the dark brown model of the D2. But then again, this is the latest version of the D2 style power brush, and even the wood grain sticker on the top actually matches the body of the D3a. So it's pretty nice. So let's give a walkthrough of the machine. Very similar to the design of the D3c. As you can see, I have its original style wheel caddy, and it's in very good condition. The only thing I don't like about it is the wheel caddy doesn't really like to stay on very securely. It definitely has a bit of a wear throughout the years, so the motor unit could slide off the wheel caddy just very easily. Here you have your nice little rainbow sticker on the top of the motor unit right there. Anyway, these early D3s did come with a white hose. Runs all the way up to the top, then down to the main power brush. You can see the hose actually is separate from the cord. This is long before they developed their own in-cord hose, which unfortunately, because of that, the brush roll does not have the ability to turn on and off unless you unplug the power cord at the motor unit. Which honestly, that's not too big a deal. You could always just put the wet hose on and use a bare floor attachment for. But let's go ahead and give a walkthrough of the power brush. This is the Eureka Rotomatic style power brush that's also used on the Rainbow D2. This particular variant was made specifically for the D3a because it's got the same wood grain trim. So let's go ahead and turn this thing over to show you the underside. So underneath, you see it's got a metal bottom plate, all original brush roll, soft bristles but very dense. Also does come with beater bars on both sides. The thing that intrigues me about this style power brush compared to the D3C style power brush is that the bristles are not in a chevron pattern. Basically, it'll just brush anywhere inside, and the center suction path is obviously right there. So I did like how later models, later style power brush, at least on the D3C, made it in a chevron pattern, so it kind of funnels all the dirt that's picked up into the center suction path. So anyway, here's the model number of the power brush. If my camera will focus, here it is. It's model R1024G with 1.8 amp motor by Rexair Incorporated in Cadillac, Michigan. This thing's in very good condition. As you can see, it's all original wands right here with cord sheaths on the back. The top one's a little bit worse for wear, but as you can see, it connects right up there at the end of the hose and then runs all the way down into the main motor unit. So let's kind of turn that around up front. And we'll go ahead and show you at the motor unit. The hose detaches just like that. Also, I would like to point out one thing. The inner baffle inside this top cap is actually not original. I have later learned that this was a replacement in the early style of the inner baffles of the smoke caps. Actually came in a white body with black stripes, which this actually I think they were more brown. It's just it looks brown because the top cap is actually a translucent brown color, so that's what makes these white stripes actually look light brown, which kind of goes along with the color scheme of the motor unit. So anyway, let's go ahead and take that off. Show you the inner workings. There is its original 2-quart water basin. It detaches just like so. I've already pre-filled the basin with water just for the demonstration later in the video. So the wheel caddy does roll very nice. So let's go ahead and look at the motor unit. So right back here you have a little cap here on the back that, as you can see, this right here is actually mounted by a little tether, which is just like the D2s, which is very nice. You can see this one did get fixed with some epoxy, but not a big deal. Just snaps back on like so. You have your power switch on the back. The cord is original, and it is in very nice condition. Let's go ahead and attempt to release this. Overall, this thing is in very nice condition. The only thing I would like to point out is that both latch mounts on both sides were actually repaired by epoxy, which it is still pretty strong and durable like it would be from the factory, but that's just an unfortunate thing that can eventually break over time. Anyway, let's go ahead and flip this down to show you the underside of the motor unit. So anyway, right here you have your water separator, and it's all metal, which that's something you don't see don't see on newer Rainbow models. Even some of the later models of the D3Cs, like the one I have, actually uses a plastic separator, which that did eventually save weight and improve suction power. But nothing says durability like metal. So anyway, right down here is the model number. I know it's not going to be very easy to see, but as you can see, right. Let me hold it up to the light better. You see, it says Rainbow D3a by Rexair Incorporated in Cadillac, Michigan. As you can see, it's 120 volts, 25 to 60 hertz, 5.9 amp suction motor with motorized brush roll being 1.8 amps. This somehow turns it into 8.5 amps. Right here is presumably the serial number. If anyone knows how to serial date these, please let me know. I want to say this is at least early 80s because this design did come out in the early 80s. The D3C, I know, ran all the way up to 1985 before it was replaced by the D4. So anyway, let's go ahead and set the motor unit back onto the water basin. Latch it back down. So now let's go ahead and take the cord, plug it into the back here. I'll show you how smooth it runs just right quick here. Very smooth running. So now let's go ahead and plug in the hose and the electrical connection for the power brush. And we'll go ahead and give this thing a quick little run. So anyway, show you how to release the power brush. Interestingly enough, this does stand upright. The way to release it is you have to press down on the top to release it down into its vacuuming position. When you move it back up, it'll slide upwards and it will stand in its upright position, which I really like it that they did this because not even the D3C power brush can lock into its upright position. But the release mechanism is going to take some getting used to. I will say that right now. So anyway, enough of my yammering. Let's go ahead and give this thing a test run. Very smooth running. Very nice and quiet, I will tell you that. Well, let's go ahead and detach the hose from it right now. And I will go ahead and show you the attachments, which I actually took from my D3c for the sake of this video. Anyway, it connects down in like so. Pressure's really not the highest, but then again, you do have to give this thing a break because it's almost a 40-year-old machine. Long before vacuum technology evolved. Anyway, we have right here your upholstery tool. Dusting brush. Tool. You have your extension wand right here. And I'll go ahead and show you how these bare floor tools hook up. Simply align these two bottom tabs right down in like that. Then twist it till it's in its upright position, and then it locks in place. So now you can use your attachments. You slide it down. Of course, this would work much better if it were on bare floors. That's just to kind of give you an idea of what that's like. And then I'll show you another tool for low pile area rugs that it simply attaches on the same way as that other one did. Just line the bottom tabs in like that, twist until it locks. Then you have your rug attachment. Anyway, let's go and detach this. Unhook the hose. Let's go and reattach the hose for the power brush and the electrical connection. And there you go. Well, everybody, I hope you've enjoyed this video on the rare Rainbow D3a. Sure and stay tuned, and don't forget to like, rate, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.